Moin, and welcome back to another commentary of Legion Tower Defense. I just joined a running game of Solar, Bullet, Carlos, and Algon against Armageddon, Soul Jace, and Neon and Nemail. Okay, so I will quickly go through the roads. So we have Watcher, Monk here. Over here we have a turret with an Exec, with a reroll turret with Exec, red meat wagon. Here we have a ghoul with red, and we have a slave master with no actual ads, so he should reroll as well, but knowing bullet he won't. Over here, let's start over here. We have a ghoul as well with a saber as ad and maybe a Komodo later on. Yeah, he's going for the sentry on 1. Over here we have Malformation with red, and we have a sprite with mines, and he decided against playing the mines over here, which would have been good with the gate guard. It's one of the better units for mines, so place the gate guard here, get 3 unupped mines, and be 4-0 and fine against warriors. And Bullet did reroll in the end, but he kept the slaves. No one sending wars. Overall, the game seems kinda even. East is quite happy that they didn't send here, because they have 1 lane on 160, this one, and they have the spirit lane, which doesn't really send, like the orange, the ghoul, the Friso lane, which doesn't really like ghoul sends as well. So when do they aim to send? Kill speeds are kinda similarish, they are a bit later. Green is saying, okay, let's go. So East is sending on 2. They will get 3 3 times 2 spirits and 1 time spirit and horse, I think. I don't think Neon will reach. I can leave this back up. And from west we have 1 militia sent from Eigen, so he needed the 1 gold to get the more reds. So it's ghoul red. Let's see how will they do. This will do fine-ish, not the very best, but he could have needed 1 gold as well to get another red. Does she reach? It's gonna be close. Yes, she reached. Watcher is gonna do okay-ish, but leak, and this will do fine, but leak as well. I don't know why Bullet kept the Slave Master here, and not just went Watchers. Slave Master is a blocker for hold, and I think there's no hold potential, no damage in this row, besides maybe Harlot. I don't think that the Slave was the best choice, and synergy with the splash damage of the Watcher isn't the greatest. So we have the ghoul lane doing fine, we have the turret lane, yeah, close to mid, and we have 2 lanes leaking way too much. So it's 39 to king. They will need king ups unless they want to heal and send big. Is East pushing? No push. 1 times push. No push, no push. So they are staying behind on push, and they think they gonna eat the reset. Okay, they are doing ups. 3 attack. That's 1 attack too much. Possibly the call was 2 attack and 3 people just hit the attack button. But 1 shot on 2 is 2 attack, so I would have gone rather 2 attack and 2 region here. But possibly a miscommunication, or this is to better kill the sets. I'm not quite sure. If the control is good, this should not be a heal here. And it just 4 ups, so they can still send. This can still be scary for East. Eigen did the most ups, and Bullet didn't do his ups, so he's on good wood still. They could still send Blood Orcs. East pushed on 3 lanes, and soldiers, so orange stayed a bit lower. And they are resending here. And here is the resend by... So both teams are sending here. The send from west is going to be bigger than east. Let's see. But east is overbuilt more. So let's see how it goes here. This is dead to a Blood Orc, I think. Yeah. Well, it depends on whether or not the Night Saber somehow gets focused early. I'm never really able to judge the Maverick on tree well, but overall he's kind of built up, so he should do well. This is just dead, no mines upgraded, so this is bad, and this should die as well. So it's 820 versus 240 cents, so just 3 spirits, it seems. Neon didn't send here. So the Blood Orc straight away onto a Nalf. That's worse than it would be on a red, but it's better than the Blood Orc being on the Panther. And she's mid, that's good for her. Here we had a Thunderbird still added in the last second, so the league isn't too big. And the Maverick Gate Guard lane is mid. This league doesn't look like they're gonna need King Ups. And on east, the 3 spirits didn't do much, just one guy leaked. Red leaked here with his Watcher lane. Watcher is always kind of weak on 3. Scout. Here is Radar Ghoul Turret and Slave Master. If East doesn't need King here and has the wood, let me check the wood, they could consider Resend 4 by the Scout. So Neon is on 140, can send a DT. This is gonna be maybe a DT, this is maximum Spirit. And this is Spirit as well. So they could consider it, but I don't think they will. How is Soul Jace so low on wood? Was he? Yeah, he stayed lower. Yeah, he was 3-0, I remember. Reroll on this lane. Do some interesting stuff. This should leak here, I think. I don't know if the red stack is full, but 440 value with weird melee units is usually leaking, and the Ice Troll's armor type is really bad. So this should leak. The second exec won't tank anything before the turrets are dead, since they have will run like here somewhere and die. And the first exec is protecting the other one, I think. Or maybe not. This is working out decent here. Good job on that. Yeah, the Ghoul is not getting focused too much. That's very nice for Eigen, but once it gets fully focused, yeah, like this, it should die early. This was very good aggro on him, and looks like, yeah, it's a hold, but a close one. Nicely done. 440 value with melee is always good, so no one is leaking, and they are sending Fab Spirits on 5. So we will reach one more Spirit here, one more here. Or maybe this is just a Furb. Yeah, no, it's a Spirit, but not sending it. East is not sending as it seems. And are they gonna get hurt here? Let's check out the lanes. Armageddon should do fine with 710 value, Big Rider value, 2x, and the Night Saber. So this is like a perfectly set up to hold here. This will probably do decent butt leak. 700 value here as well, so they have 3 lanes staying on 700 value, so they kinda expect to send, and this one will die. So Niemeyer will struggle in the mid game, because his teammates are not pushing, they are all staying low, so this lane, which is bad on 5, will be punished by this. And this should be fine with the Maverick, normal armor, decent blocker, and the Time Stealer, yeah, which is good DPS. Possibly not mid, but close enough, and this is mid obviously. Okay, so they are leaking like 25 to king after... Wow. This actually broke here. Okay, it's close mid. So 30 to king. Yeah, that's not the greatest. Maybe one kill here? Yes, 29 to king. They get the scout that they don't have Mola once the Furbolg is reaching. Okay, it's stomped, they heal it here. So overall, I think the Send was okay-ish. East just did some region and can stomp it here to not lose the heal and be full on 7, so they are planning to send big there, but they all stayed low and all pushed here. So depending on how much they're gonna push, okay, Armageddon is staying, which is the right call, I think. And the others are staying as well. Neon is staying as well, which I don't really like, since Necromancer is not that great, and now it's a late push here. Okay. Don't know if she's gonna go 6-3 here or add some stuff for 6 and 7. Yeah, there's the Geomancer. Probably to get the Cavalry here. Weird placement elsewise, but don't know if Clockwork is gonna do much if there's no real DPS and if the red already is a blocker. So I honestly don't really like this setup and this staying low, but might just work out. Yeah, and as I figured, this lane is kinda... Well, it's gonna be fine, since the other lanes didn't hold so well on 5. They all leaked, so yeah, this didn't fully die, but Thunderbird is not really a good unit, especially not on 6, 7, 8. So let's see how it goes. Both sides are fending. Possibly this is just a Fermet into king, and this is a full send. But both sides are gonna get hurt. No one has a real holder, all pushed 7-2, 7-3 at least, so... Yeah, this is gonna be a heal fiesta, I think. Okay, they are going for the safe way, possibly. Yes, it doesn't look like they're gonna send any wyverns. Or Bullet is just sleeping, possibly no. Just Fermet, so... Can start upping the king, and they do. Over here the Thunderbird lane leaked, couldn't get the 7-2 in. Possibly won't do it now, since 7-4 of course, since he wants to send more and he doesn't have the wood right now. So this should be just upgrade the mines, one ultra landmine and maybe add a small one, but it's possibly a wasted effort. I think I would have not upgraded the mines, I would have stayed on the gold he had and push it after 7 has started, after the send is done. Okay, what did Neon add here? She added the Necrolite, upgraded the Necromancer to the Necrolite. Yeah, which is the only good level for Necrolite is 10, so on 7 the damage is really not that good. And a Birdman. Yeah, Birdman suits this whole jank overbuild kinda. But yeah, they are lucky that there's just Fermet. I think if there was a way bigger sand, it would hurt a lot. And here we have the egg sacks just as blocker, no egg split on the side. But yeah, that shows the hold. And on this side, the king is gonna be bigger, but the hold is gonna be worse. This is really interestingly strong hold for 980 value, so very well done. Possibly has a Harlot mixed in, I didn't check the lane. Yeah, overall pushes are kinda similar, no one managed to get 7-4, 7-5 or whatever, all stayed kinda lowish to do decent here, and now they are just going king. 20 HP over here already, and just 5 HP. So east will burn 2, I think, and west will burn... east will burn 2, and west will burn like 2 as well. I get east and west often mixed up, so right side -1 here already. Left side is gonna go -1 now, but they have the stronger king already. So it's gonna be -2 both, I think. Or are they even gonna go -3? Last stomp used, they didn't have enough attack already, so this Hermit took 3 heals. Yeah, they didn't lose on 5, this should be another heal. And this here is gonna be very close, but I think it's a heal as well, so it's gonna be -3 versus -3, I think. Or can they save it? 4k HP still, yeah. I think they can save it. Click, click, click. You can do it, Aiga. Okay, and he does. Very well played. Good KC here, it seems. Very fast refocusing, attack cancels, and yeah, so they are ahead with the lower send, with the decision to go king. Let's check out the values and wood after this whole thing. So wood-wise, 150, 80, 50, 60, so close to no wood in bank, 130, 170, 50 and nothing, so they are pushing, they used their wood, and the others started banking a bit earlier, and they did full king. For 10, this is 8, 9, 8 king, so not so much, they need a lot of attack still, and this is 20, 12, so they are way ahead in king, ahead in heals right now, they are ahead in income, and they are kinda even in push, and a bit ahead in value. So overall, West is ahead in my eyes right now. Okay, let's check out their capability of killing 10. Decent, but bad value afterwards. This is good with Dark Priest and Sentries and Parasite, so this lane will possibly be mid and staying 7-2. This lane does not go mid, should push, does push, and this lane managed to get the 7-5, which is very nice, so well played Nimayo, even though the game didn't went too well for pink. He managed to do the best of it, but it's now a dead lane. Nothing, no way to recover or do anything. Okay. How are the west lanes on 10? So don't really remember what red's lane looked like, but there's nothing to do on 10. The only good thing is the null, and yeah, that's it. And thus he's pushing. Teal's lane has Ascendant, which is decent, but the rest is not optimal. The reds are good blockers, but there is a lack of real damage, I think. Many of the execs are just that value because they often don't proc, so he's pushing as well. Good decision there. Yeah, there was a Harlot, which I suspected on 7 to be there, but I don't think this can be mid against good mass send, since Zeus struggles with refocus and with killing mass. And this will do decent if he gets the Hades, but there's like no damage in the back, depending on the Harlot if it managed to hit well. But it's the whole lane dies to Frostbow Spawn, I think. So overall I would rate East's setup for 10 a bit better. This one is decent. This one is good. This one is decent. And this one is bad. Okay, so West is sending Patch and Nothing else. Possibly they don't have the wood to go second ad, or are they banking? No. Looks like just Pudge Ferb Mars. Where I think spawn Mars would have been better. Looking at all the small units, the rats and the small other stuffs they have. Maybe even Panda would have been great, since they have massive amounts of ranged units and piercing damage. And they are sending Pudge Warlock. Seeing the Dwarf Monk, I would say. The Hades they don't really care for. This lane dies to Pudge Lock possibly as well, since the focus is bad and Pudge always gives good HP back. And this one is a 7-5 lane anyway. I don't think that you should get the egg here. Don't think it does much. And it's one higher than the other side. I want to check this one out, how it went on 10, just to see if this split is really worth it. I often think it's not, but let's see. Yeah, this lane doesn't really have any damage. So let's see the split here, and then I possibly want to watch this lane. Let's see. Okay, so no front blocker. Bosses are decent split. Even reds here. Yeah, so one boss is taken out of the equation early. Doesn't matter on his lane. How do we do here? Good focus. Going mid, I think, yeah. This is mid. So the Pudge didn't do much, I think. And they have 2 mids, so yellow did well as well. Over here, the holder lanes were blue. Didn't go mid, and there was no damage. And purple did go mid. He had good focus, I guess, and just biggest value on the team, so he did well as well. Good job. No one dies here. This is gonna be possibly like a 15 game. No one's gonna need any king, I think. Yeah, they are not. And they are fine as well, I think. Maybe they're gonna do 1 or 2 attacks, but don't think it's necessary. Yeah, so overall, my guess is around 40. Okay, they are doing HP now. I would have just done attack, or nothing at all. Because just 4 bosses and Stomp is fully there. But they didn't waste too much wood now. Okay, so at the moment, alright, let's check out at Arena. I think that gives us the best evaluation of their position in the game, of the values and the lanes themselves. Number-wise, 550, 550, 300, and 180, 200, 230, 300, 300. So West is ahead in Lumber Bank, but East is ahead in push with the 7-7 lane. How much push do we get here? He should. I can't sell those. Maybe sell some gnolls to get the push, but decides to get the priest. Here is 1 push and a mermaid. Here we are not getting a push since he managed to push on the round. And here we have Oracle set up, Medicine Man. I don't think that's worth it. This unit is not really that good. I have built it in certain positions as well, but usually if you build it early, you build it really early because it's just a bit difficult. I'll be quiet during the round because no one can understand me anyway. Okay, so West is on 21 push, East is on 21 push, so push-wise both sides are similar. 1k, 900, 1.91, 2.5, 3.1 wood. And they are 800, 1.7-ish, 2.4 and 3k. So West is ahead in lumber, and they even got another push here, so they will be ahead in push as well. Looking at the lanes and the holds themselves, so the biggest lane on West is this, which is kind of at any level, but if he manages to get a good amount of talks on the important levels, this can do very fine there. Second best value is red. Can be very strong on 14 if you decide to upgrade the Berserkers. On the other levels I don't see him mid. Maybe he can do well on 15 with Berserkers and possibly Violets or Cannons. And check out the other lanes. Yeah, this one is dead, 7-7. And this one can do decent on any level, but won't be mid anywhere. Checking out East. Here we had the lane with Night Saber, Exec, and the Dark Priest. This is good 15, of course. Bad 14, possibly. This one was the Necromancer, Clockrack, Panda, and stuff lane, which can do decent on 14 if she goes Cavalier now, but it looks like Phantom to just clear better. Here we have the push lane, which is just dead weight any level, but that's okay. And here we have the Time Stealer, Time Eater lane with no real blocker, so only decent level is 15, and even there it's not really good. Moonguard, yeah, is one of those units which I think could need a buff. You start building it late, and there it's very bad because the jumping ability, well, of the Warden, not of the Moonguard itself, the jumping ability isn't the greatest because it will get focused by a lot of units really fast and dies early. So yeah, I don't think the damage output is worth it. But it looks like they suspect West to send 14. Here we have 2 hits, so on 14 there should be 2 top, but with a lot of weird melee units standing in front, so Tox will die after the other melee units are dead. That's always a problem with top and melee units. Carlos manages to be mid here, that's good. So they got the push, but don't give away any more scouting information. And East, of course, has a dedicated leaker. So overall, West is ahead in many metrics, and if nothing goes terribly wrong, if there's no strategic problem, I think they should win. And possibly this looks like a 14 game, since no side is really strong there. This is a scout here, which screams 14, but they are already prepping with the Barbarians, with the Warden. Yeah, this one Blaster, but doesn't matter. And here's the Cavalry. Cavalry with decent damage behind it is okay. So it's going to be interesting. I don't think there won't be any mid here, but they all clear decent. Question is, do they send 14 themselves, and does West hold there? So this is fine there. The Tox gonna blow up. The Zeus are gonna snipe a lot of the sands and be fine. This is trash. This is gonna be good with the Berserker and the Wendigo, so they suspect 14 as well. Yeah, the early Mistress I don't like. I like it for like 20 plus. Double Hades, yeah, not much else to build. Possibly could get Greymane, but overall not gonna hold 14. Both sides are sending. And at the moment, and possibly till the end of the send, West is like 600 wood ahead. Your normal cent on 14 is Harlot, Behemoth, Lock, Frostwolf, Commander and a Hermit. That's what you usually should reach, and then you add damage depending on what your opponent's units are. Either you add Nerubian for a magic damage DPS, or you add Gargoyles for normal damage. So let's check out the values again. Biggest lane seems to be purple with 2 Togs, which is very nice, and good range DPS behind and a good aura, so that's nice. This lane can be mid. On east, best lane is possibly Neon, with 2 of possibly the best units on 40. I'm not quite sure, many people would see it different. I don't like the Knight here, I would go Phantoms, but to each their own. And this is quite strong as well. The Barbarians are really good as well. Could possibly go mid as well, but it's a lot of dead value in Riders. So let's see how it goes. Cent-wise, 9.9k when versus 10.2, so the difference isn't as big as I suspected. Okay, let's see. I will give a quick overview over the important lanes, how they do. So the melee units are dead already, the Cogs are not blown up yet. They will any moment. First one dead, second one dead, and now it's just a Maiden to kill, which he will easily. Here the cavalry ran away while dealing with the Maiden, so they have one lane mid, and this one I'm really surprised by. It worked out very well, the Wardens. Good job there. And here we have 2 lanes mid as well. So both teams seems to be living. So we are in for a long one. I will mute myself for a second and be right back. We will watch this lane, I guess. Okay, there has been a lever, so I don't need to go. They should live here, and game possibly should be a draw. But that's not up to me, of course, they have to think about it. But game feels very open now, with insane setup for 20. Yeah, overall decent units, decent pushes, pretty similar. Well, West is ahead. So we call the draw. And I will go and sign for the next lobby, so I can play one there. But yeah, I think this is gonna be a draw. Our captain, yeah. Okay, they are still thinking about it. They want to argue about it. But in my eyes, this game is open. Usually if one team's captain says it's a draw, then it's gonna be a draw. So it's a draw. GG to both teams. Was open here. I think West is still ahead. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Please leave a like if you liked commentaries or if you want to see live games more. Well, bye.